Now, you also told us about a...
We're in open session, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Please proceed. Witness, we're back into open session. Always watch that light. I know we've been taking you in and out of private sessions. It's important that you always look at that to remind you that when it's red, we're in the public, and you know what that means.
Yes. Thank you. Now, you told us of a sequence of political events that you were present at. And I just want to go through those with you, if I may, in the sequence that you told us that they occurred. Now, the first rally you went to was for someone called, say, B, and that was a PNU rally.
Yes.
And you weren't, you couldn't, you might remember, you told us that you couldn't recall the date or the month. There weren't a lot of people there, 100 or 200. And that rally was at a place called Huruma Grounds. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, if you've still got, and I hope you have, the image we just looked at where you marked in the 64 stadium, I'm going to ask you to do the same, if you will, with this stadium, well, it's not a stadium, Huruma Grounds. Can you mark on your map again where that is?
Enlarge the map a bit.
Now just go ahead and mark it, and we'll come back to any difficulty we might be having again.
He's asking for it to be zoomed in. Is it possible to do that, would you?
Yes. Which bit would you like zoomed? Because you're going to have to show us where it is. Which bit do you want?
Huruma. Yes, Huruma district, where there was Huruma district hospital.
Oh, all right. So if it can be zoomed in just above Poster Estate, that area there, between Poster Estate and Wheat Farm, if that can be zoomed.
Can mark now?
Thank you very much. And so we can see that on this particular image, you've marked it basically to the left of the Uganda Road, just by the K of Juakali Road. That is marked just south of Wheat Farm. So we can see where it is, but just for the transcript, that's where it's been marked. And thank you very much. Yes, that better be exhibited. And I'm not sure what happened to the last image. That is the rally Stadium 64. because that image disappeared, and I hope we've got it somewhere. But if not, perhaps again, you can let us know if there's a difficulty. Shall I come back to this in due course? I think it might be best. So let me. Now, you may recall, as I've summarised it, you couldn't recall the date of that or the month. In fact, I don't know, do you remember telling the prosecution on a previous occasion that it was in September, looking at paragraph 18, September 2007, Raleigh, Kuruma Grounds. Does that sound about right to you, sir? September 2007, rally at Kuruma Grounds for the man you call Mr. Sai B.
Yeah, I said it was around that area. That September, I can't, but I'm not sure that it was that month of September, but it is on that. It was on that month because he had come here to introduce himself.
And that was, anyway, quite a long time before you went to the ODM rally. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, on that occasion, can you remember at that rally, you say it's for a man called Sai B. Would I be right in saying it was for a man called Jonathan B., who was the PNU candidate running for Eldoret North?
Jonathan B. Could be.
Jonathan B. All right. Now, you've told us you're not very interested in politics. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, on this occasion, did you go to this rally from work or from home?
I happened to pass there. I didn't plan to go to that meeting. I just happened to pass there and I stopped there.
So you're on your own, not with your workmates?
Yes.
No, all right. Can you remember what was said? Anything that was striking about what was said? Nothing?
I remember they were seated and I didn't take time, but I can't remember what they were saying. But I know he was introducing himself to the president of Oroma.
And you went in, you weren't interested in politics. What caused you to go in on that occasion? Can you remember?
As I said, I was just passing. And it is common in Kenya, whenever you pass someone, you find a lot of people, you stand and listen to what they are saying.
And Huma Grounds is a big open area, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not surrounded by a fence, or there's nowhere, you don't have to go through a gate into it, or you can just walk in from all angles.
That's right.
So that was the first political event that you experienced, and I think the next one you told us was with Uhuru Kenyatta. After that, there was this incident in the street with Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
And you told us that was late November or December, early December. Late November, early December, as far as you could remember. And you were in Eldoret at a place called Paradise. Is that right?
Yes.
And there was a convoy of these cars, politicians, and the road was blocked by the people, as happens in in Kenya a lot. They see a politician and they block the road and they say, come on, speak to us. And that's what happened. You didn't hear, though, on that occasion what was said?
What who said all the people?
Yes, what Uhuru Kenyatta said. You couldn't hear him?
I couldn't hear him, but there were a lot of people there, and as I said, I didn't like politics because any time when you're in a political rally, anything can happen.
So what happened? You were just happened to be there when the convoy arrived, and then they stopped it, and you thought, well, I don't want to be here, I'll move away. That was the impression I got of what you said.
Pardon?
When you gave your evidence yesterday, I understood you to say that you happened to be there in Paradise,